Hi, Mrs. S. I am so excited to meet with you today. How are you doing? Good to hear. Well, as you know, we did some testing last week where we looked at Jamal's speech and language skills, including his expressive language, which is how he expresses himself and vocalizes his wants and needs. We looked at his receptive language, where we look at his ability to take in and manipulate and follow directions, things like that. And we looked at cognition, hearing, and a couple of other areas. And in this assessment, we found things very similar to the case history that you gave us about Jamal. And we noticed that he was demonstrating difficulties in the areas of semantics. And this is the area of language that looks at the content or Jamal's vocabulary usage. And to address this, I want to target his word finding that you reported in the case history by treating his phonological awareness or his awareness of the spoken sounds in our language. And I will also want to target his word finding abilities by looking at how he can store information using visual and spoken language imagery activities. And the goal of these activities is to help Jamal find verbal labels in conversation more efficiently to increase the understanding of his listeners. It's going to make things come out a little bit more smoothly. And in order to address Jamal's grammatical errors in conversation that you had reported, such as that using the wrong past tense action verb, I want to use conversational recast. And this is something that I can work with you on and his teacher. So we're kind of taking that whole team approach of recasting his language when he is talking and you might hear something that doesn't sound right. So we would repeat what he said, but in a more detailed or correct way of language. So for example, if he says, "We ate ice cream yesterday," you could recast this by saying, "Yes, we ate ice cream yesterday." And this is something that I can work on with you in our sessions, and then you can carry out at home as well. And then similar to the activities that I want to do for Jamal's word finding abilities, I want to use that same platform of phonological awareness exercises to target his reading, writing, and spelling skills. So phonological awareness is really important for pre-reading skills, and it can help Jamal develop a strong foundation to increase his skills in these areas. So we'll work on a variety of skills that build upon each other in order to increase his ability to hear, manipulate the sounds, and identify how many sentences are in a paragraph or how many words are in a sentence, things like that. And we'll work on rhyming. And then I'm going to keep you included in these sessions. So these are things that you could take home with you to work on at home. But I want to make sure that you feel comfortable joining the sessions and asking questions throughout the process to make sure that we get that good carryover into the home. So right now, I want to start out with a little bit of a more intensive treatment plan of 4 days a week for 50 minutes. And we'll do that for 5 weeks, and then we'll kind of see where he's at, see how he's progressing, what kind of advances on his goals he's made, and then we can readjust based on where he's at. This will allow us to work through these phonological awareness skills very quickly to eventually be able to target his reading in more of a comprehension and fluency way. But I want to work through those a little quicker so we can build on them more efficiently. Do you have any questions for me? Well, again, I do want to keep you very involved with this, and feel free to ask questions, jump in, come into our sessions, and we can include you in the different activities, and I can show you what we're working on before I send it home with you, just to make sure that you have a good foundation as well. Does that sound good? Good, glad.